Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Melon Sugar Podcast. It's me, your host, and my other host,
Dylan.
and as always, we bring you fire, we bring you everything nice. We just say our opinion, whether you want it or you don't. Maybe you don't want it or something. We just say it as it is. And on today's episode, today we don't want to beat around the bush because there's a lot that will be happening. I'm sure most of our African brothers will have heard. You see, you let's just start this episode there with an important topic that's keeping secrets. For me, there are some for me there are some secrets that for me I'll always stick to my grave because I'm always of the opinion that if I'm able to like spill those secrets, it's like maybe it doesn't like denigrate me or anything, but it makes me to like what's the word? What's the word? I don't let me say it makes me feel like bad about spilling something. So for me, I've always told myself that even if a friend tells me something, if it's only for my ears, then okay, I'll keep it. But if it's not for my ears, then it's for maybe another mouth, maybe for my mouth to say to someone. If it's not maybe personal stuff, I'll never spill it. And for me, you see, I don't get the notion why people can't keep secrets. Because there are some things that even if you know, just keep it to yourself. Mm. So, I mean, I think that's what but I'm just preparing and I'm just, because I don't want to talk a lot on this, because we'll be branching off to this same topic with someone's memoir. So, Delali, what do you have to say about people keeping secrets? Because for Africa here, and even in Ghana, I'm not sure people know how to keep secrets.
For me, I'm actually very good at keeping secrets.
Really?
I don't know if it's a habit or I'm actually very good at keeping secrets. I can know something about someone and listen, I would never. I don't know. It just might be. And personally, listen, a lot of my friends say I'm a secretive person, and it might be true because me as a person, there are certain aspects of my life that I have never shared with anyone. That's how secretive I am. I listen. I understand the weight of secrets, and that's why when someone tells me something and says, "This is for your ears only," that's where it ends. I will never, under no circumstance, share it with any other person. Listen, no matter what, I won't. I don't know. It's just me. It's just me, and I feel that's how secrets should be treated or must be treated. If someone tells you something and tells you, you know what, whatever I'm telling you, I'm about to tell you, shouldn't be heard by a third party or a second party. Leave it as it is. If you feel you are not capable of keeping secrets, then don't share it in the first place. Just keep it to yourself. Because listen, there are certain people who can't just tell them something. Listen, it it it's like an itchy feeling. They just feel I must share it with someone else. I must tell somebody else. And I think it's very bad. There are certain things that need not be heard by three people. It has like, some of these things, there are certain things that need to stay between just two people, and then that's it.
But there are some that can be heard by everyone.
Of course, there are some secrets that are not meant to be secrets. If you get the point I'm making, there are some secrets that can't be kept as secrets. You get it, and then there are those that ought to be kept as secrets. Listen, I feel some secrets should be treated sacred. You get it?
Yes.
They should be treated sacred in the sense that
and very holy.
Listen,
keep.
when Exactly. Sometimes you look at the gravity of whatever the case is, and then you determine whether this thing ought to be heard by another person. You get it? So for me, listen, if you have a secret and you think you want to share it with someone, I'm the best person because after telling me no one is going to hear it again. It ends with me unless you go and tell someone.
Are you sure?
But be rest assured, I'm telling you, me, I know myself. Listen, this is not even me trying to brag or something or boost. I know myself. Let's say.
Because for me, I know a friend. I know a friend that for him, he's able to keep a secret, but when he gets drunk, the lally, he would just be saying whatever. Like, for you, the person, you should just hope and pray that maybe during that week you didn't even speak with him or maybe have like a conversation about your personal matter with him. If he just take in like maybe club, the small one, he just goes. And sometimes one of my friends had to put handkerchief into his mouth just so that he would just keep quiet. But if he's those type, he's those type that can just release people's information like that. So for a person like that, and I'm sometimes shocked, people still go to him to like say their personal stuff. Like there are some things that you can just be there and you be like crazy. Why? Those people telling him, why are they also not functioning well or something? Yeah.
And then there are certain people that when you share your secret with them, the moments you have issues, the moment there's a rift between you two, a misunderstanding or something of the sort, they like they put it out there. That's not me. Listen, let me say it again. There is nothing there's nothing that will make me expose someone's secret, no matter what. That listen, that's just me.
Yeah, that's just it. But there are people that for them also, let me say envy, they can do everything. Like jealousy. There are some people that you see, you can trust them to keep secrets. But when it gets like maybe they are jealous of you for something, they're like, I bet you. The secret that you told the person, it will just be rotating. You won't even acknowledge that it was he or she who went and just spilled it over to someone. So it's crazy with how people just share their secrets with like their besties of sorts.
So for me, and listen, that's one of the main reasons why I don't share my secrets with anyone. And for me, it's not even just secrets. It's my life in general.
Mm-hmm.
I keep certain things about my life private, and that's why I believe no one really knows me. Because what you think you know is just what I have
Yeah.
what I have allowed you to know. You get it? And for me, because I know the kind of person I am, I know how good I can keep secrets. I look at people, I'm like, listen, there's people you can't really trust them. Some people, there's some people that just listen to them and then nah, this person can't keep a secret. You get it? So for me, I barely share certain information about myself to people, let alone secrets.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Everything
all
should be
my
in your
things in
head.
my head. You get it?
Yeah.
That's just me. You get it?
I'm sure our listeners will be like, nah, we are getting to somewhere. Yes, we are finally landed. You see, this topic, why we chose to discuss this topic, is relating to something. So I'm sure most of you people in Africa will know the beautiful Ghanaian actress Yvonne Nelson. So she has been in a lot of movies. You can just Google her, Yvonne Nelson, you just see her. She's nice. She's very tall. She's good looking. And we were just minding our own business in this country. Then we heard she had written a book, a memoir. And do you know one funny thing, Delali? I saw when she was about to outdoor, let me say outdoor the memoir or launch the book. I just got a Twitter notification from this journalist, is it Manasseh Azuri, and he was like, the book has a whole lot of things. It will shock people. And I'm like, oh, please. Because we've never had a book that, let me say, in our local terms, like African terms, we've never had a book like someone writing a memoir that has maybe shattered glasses. It was so good that, so for me, I was like, okay, let's just see what. So I think when she launched the book, the next morning I went on Twitter and the first thing trending was Yvonne Nelson and Michael. And I was like, who is Michael? So I think the first tweet that I saw, I knew exactly. So in a memoir, okay, this one, let me give it to the Lali to summarize everything, because for him, I'm sure he was so into this book, everything. So you're on the floor.
So okay. So listen, I found out just as you did. Listen, I woke up one morning, and for me, I spend a lot of time on Twitter. I think that's one social media I probably can't do without. So yeah, when I woke up, listen, I think I was on my way to work when I opened my Twitter page, and then I saw. Let me start from when Manasseh tweeted. So yeah, I also saw the Manasseh tweet a day before the book was released, and then so for me, when I read Manasseh's tweet, as a matter of fact, from the description he gave, the first person that came to mind was Sarkodie. But then I had my doubts because I couldn't really
Mr. Prophet, how?
Yeah. So from based on the description, I just he was actually no other rapper came to mind than him. You get it? But then I had my doubts because I couldn't really remember any point in time where Sarkodie and Yvonne Nelson were really close. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not him, maybe it could be him. So then a day comes, the next day the book is released, and then I see the Sarkodie chapter because someone captured it and then shared it on Twitter. When I read it, I was like, "Ish." I was like, you know what? Like, this is too much information. You get it? But then I thought of it. I'm like, you know what? This thing happened. And listen, when you read what she wrote, you would understand. I really don't know why people have made it all about Sarkodie and
because
making it look as if only he wanted.
Let me say, he's the one that, like in that book, you won't associate what happened written in that page with
true.
him. So,
however,
true.
However, this thing happened 13 years ago. It happened in 2010, and according to Yvonne Nelson, Sarkodie's career had just taken off. There was uncertainties, and even she herself was not ready for the whole thing because I think she was in school and whatnot. You get it? So you can listen. You can look at it from two perspectives. You can look at it from the perspective of they not being ready, and then also you can sit and say, you know what, it still doesn't change the fact that they did an abortion and a child was killed. You get it? But whichever way, this thing happened many years ago. She decides to put it in the book. It's her book. I think that's what a lot of people are missing. The book is hers. It's her memoir. You understand?
Yeah, it's her memoir, and
you can argue that she might have taken some information out of it, or some of the details are half truths and what's not. It still doesn't change the fact that it is hers, and she decides whatever she wants to put in it. You get it. However, having said that, I think it would have been fair to consider the fact that Sarkodie is married and has a child now. I don't know if she reached out to him to make him aware that, you know what, I am putting what's happened between us into a book.
But Delari, you see,
get it. I think it's
there is
fair.
something our elders always
Aside
say,
that, you can't
that
really fault it.
if you were having a relationship with someone and that person is spilling, let me say, secrets, whatever you do, your secrets will be packed. You and that person, the secret will be packed. So I'm sure for him, when he heard it, he would have known whatever they did 13 years ago will be in this book. But I don't know if he didn't. He thought maybe it will just be, he won't mention the name. You should know it's a memoir. People will mention the name. She will mention the name. And for me, with how some people are like, oh, she should forget. Please, for me, I would say she's still in love with Sarkodie. That's the unpopular opinion. She's still in love with him. And for her bringing this thing 13 years ago as something like an abortion, killing a baby, for me, I'm a pro-life person. And even if my brother comes and he says, oh, he has gotten a girl pregnant, he's not ready, I won't let you go and maybe abort the baby. No, it's your actions that have led to this. So you have to kill the baby. You don't know what will have happened. And for me, one of the things that let me say, I'm having like I won't say I'm angry or anything. I'm like, it pissed me off is that if maybe just like in the book when she said he drove him to the abortion clinic or the hospital, then he just left her there. Yvonne, if you were never ready, you could have just like something would have just kicking you to like maybe keep the baby. Because now if you had kept the baby and you would have never known what would have happened, maybe you could have some maybe let me say a joy or something, because let's see the lad, because let's just say that baby could have maybe rekindled like a relationship between the two or something. And in the book he said, oh, because he was in a relationship with someone, that's Tracy, and Tracy wasn't around. So what? You guys have done a deed, and that deed that you have done has brought something. You don't just kill that thing. And for me, I won't blame it on her alone. I'll blame it on the guy. Because all my respect, I still respect Sarkodie, but seriously, with the abortion thing, it's something that it actually kicked me. Like for me reading that thing, it just because a friend of mine bought it and brought it to the office. So I just borrowed and I wanted to read that page. And in reading that page, I felt her sorrow, but I don't know if, for me, I think if she had talked it over with her mother about the pregnancy thing, the mother would have advised her to keep the baby. From that's what me.
See, you know, as I said, you can actually listen. You can look at it from different angles. You get it. From the book, you get it. From my understanding, from what I have read. Because listen, I actually have the soft copy on my phone, but I haven't had time to actually read it. What I have read so far is what people have shared on
at the office.
What I've read is what people have so far shared on social media. From all indications, she also wanted the abortion. So this isn't like Sarkodie actually forced. It's not like Sarkodie forced her to abort the child. She also wanted it. But then her pain is from the fact that Sarkodie and the manager drove her to the hospital and abandoned her. That's where she has an issue. You get it? The fact that they drove her, it's more as if she wishes they would have given her at least some support, moral support. Because listen,
But she should have
no
known
matter how much
they
you
won't
want
give her
to,
the support. Seriously, Delali, you see,
she wouldn't have known. I don't think she knew. You get it?
Because Delali, listen, no, if you had keep the baby and you're like, okay, I'm going with it, I'm keeping the baby, he would have come along. He would have come along because seriously, there are people. There are
definitely. I think definitely yes.
Yes.
I think I agree. I agree. Yeah. I agree with that assertion. However, I also we can't. So okay, look at it. Let's look at it from this angle. They drove her to the hospital or clinic, and then left. Did she ask if maybe we don't know if maybe something came up and they had to leave? You get it? We won't know. Because as of now, what we've heard so far is her angle of the story. You get it? She says they dropped her off at the hospital, abandoned her, and then left. She had to go through, and that's what I'm saying. That for her, her anger or the grudge she's holding, she holds against Sarkodie is the fact that they abandoned her without any form of support, considering the fact that it was a very difficult and tough decision for her to make. You get it? So she would have wished for some sort of moral support, emotional support.
It wasn't a tough decision for her.
Having said that,
there are some girls who even guys impregnate them, and the guy even refused to even
they are the ones
drive
who suggest.
And the guy even don't even wash their face in po and even have a talk with them in po. But when maybe it dawns on them that okay, let me keep the baby. Because I have a friend, she did the same thing. The guy didn't mind her and everything, but she told herself she'll keep the baby. You know that now the guy is the one even coming around, but he's the one even like wait. He's the one who is like now even like taking care of the baby even more than even the mother. Because now he's like, let me say her decision that she took like 5 years back, she knew okay, it was a good decision.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, Yvonne, if when they dropped you there and they left, you could have had a solemn moment between yourself. Just talk to yourself and you could have just kept the baby. Whatever. There are many people in this entertainment industry that their baby fathers, the same story, that they refuse to come into the baby's life when they try keeping it. But what? When they kept the baby and now the father or the baby that is are now present in the child's life. And for me, I think for her not keeping it, she regrets it. And you see, there's something they always say, you might not know what will happen tomorrow. And if she had kept it, that could have been Sarkodie's first child. And first child, Delali. You see, whatever.
So, so you see what you just said. Someone actually said the same thing, or said something similar on 3 Music, and it's actually true. It's actually very true. If a lady decides to keep a pregnancy, even after you have suggested that after you have suggested that she terminates it, there is nothing in this world that will make her terminate the pregnancy.
Yes.
You get it. So, and that's why I said from the beginning that from all indications, she also wanted it. She also wanted the pregnancy terminated. You get it. And listen, even moving away from the whole abortion thing, there are actually more grievous things in the book. I see there are things that are in the book that left to me should not have appeared anywhere in the book. Listen, as I said earlier, some secrets.
Her mother's thing for me should have been left out of the book.
Exactly. It should have been left out. I don't know. I don't know if it's because, listen, I have a very soft spot for women. You get it? Especially mothers. I have a very soft spot for mothers. You see, and for me, that was hard. It was very I was very disappointed. Very. It's not as if my opinion matters or anything, but I was very disappointed.
But here, your opinion matters.
No matter how bad it is, or no matter how bad you think your mother might have treated you or something, she's still your mother. You get it? Now, what she failed to realize is that when she was writing, when she wrote that chapter, she did not only disgrace her mother, but herself.
Yeah, true.
You get it? And we're saying with the count. Well,
it's so sad.
The disgrace is not going to only the mother. You see, it was sad. Listen, that's what for me. That's the thing. That's why I don't know why people are still even talking about this whole Sarkodie issue, because there are actually more serious matters in the book than the Sarkodie issue. Yes, they had an abortion. There was
the Sarkodie matter is the one selling the book. It's not the mother's.
It's true.
Yeah,
true.
So I'm sure for
but then people are failing to realize that there is some.
Bring it inside, because she should. Yeah, she could have just said, "Okay, is an artist," and just left the name. But with her mentioning his government's name, if a family name and a surname, and you see, a lot of people know Sarkodie's name, Michael Owusu. A lot of people know, and even and you see, just say, close your eyes, just close your eyes and just maybe I mentioned an artist name, his government name, Michael. Who first comes to your mind? Sarkodie. So I'm sure for her, she thought it, let me just put it let me just put it inside. That will just suit maybe the book. I'm over it. Maybe I'm not over it. But whatever. I don't care. I'm putting everything. This is my story I'm sharing with people. I don't care. I'm just putting it in. But I'm sure now she might have realized not to put a lot of things in that book, because with her father thing, you see, my mom always says something. Even if your mother is an ashawo, let me say a prostitute, never question her over maybe your father, because in doing that, you're actually denigrating her in a way that she should like she should have known who maybe slept with. And for her, and she's like, in doing that, you make the woman feel like maybe ashamed of herself, and let me say, for her, even doing it, writing it in a book, people reading about it. We all know Accra is so small. We have a lot of people who let me say, who like maybe their parents even know stuff more than the children. The parents are more on TV, anything, like they are social media savvy and everything. And for me, one thing that came to my mind was her friends. What were her friends, her area, maybe her neighborhood? How would they think of her with her daughter saying all of this? So for me, I think some of them were too extreme. Seriously. And with the Inyanya parts, for me, I always knew he wasn't taking her seriously. He was just striving on the part that she's a big, let me say, actress. That time she was in Nigeria making waves and all that. So yeah.
You see, another thing. So, and you see, it goes back to what I was saying about the book containing more serious issues. Because with the issue of her not knowing her father, that's paternity fraud. You get it? Because one, the man she thought was her father, later she found out wasn't really her father. Mother mentions another name. They go and do a DNA test. Realize that's also not the father. You get it? It's it's listen. It's sad. I
Very
you know
sad.
it's a sad thing growing up thinking someone is your father or your mother, and then later finding out, oh, and you know, crow.
That the person
Listen,
is not.
sometimes it doesn't really change anything. You get it, but then just for the mere fact that you feel you feel betrayed and lied to. If you know from the beginning you don't have an issue, but then when you later find out in life, when you've grown up, it becomes an issue and it becomes a little embarrassing. I just feel I feel she could have left that one out. She could have, or better she could have written it better. You get it?
Yes.
I think the writing the write up in that chapter could have been um could have been composed better. You get it? She still could have said what she wants to say. She still could have put out the information she wants, but then in a better way, in a way that doesn't disgrace her mother or denigrate her in any way. You get it? It's quite unfortunate. With the listen, there with the Inyanya issue, um, as at the time, I think almost a lot of people knew Inyanya was not really serious with her. I think come on, I think it was obvious. If she didn't see it, then that's solely that's just on her. But then I think it was very obvious. The guy was not really was not taking her very serious. You get it?
But the Lali, have you heard
Listen,
Sarkodie's response to Yvonne Nelson?
I haven't. Listen,
It's so
I'm
immature.
disappointed. Like, listen,
I'm so disappointed too.
so listen.
How can you just say you heard that she's been given, sorry, BJ's? Oh, seriously.
Listen, when I was listening to the song, I cringed. I was like, Jesus, like I was like, yo, like I was really disappointed. But you see, okay, let's look at it from this way. The usual like the usual Sarkodie we know would not have responded.
So why did he
You get
respond?
It's because
He should have,
this is an abortion issue.
He should have just kept quiet. You see, there are people that they've written a whole lot about it, but they've always kept quiet. And I think silence is golden. Because seriously, and even in the lyrics, and even in the lyrics, he admitted to sleeping, having something with her. And for you to just go around and denigrate that you've heard this is so for me, I'm like, okay, so after you had done everything with her and everything, it's been years back. He could have just said in his lyrics, oh, yeah, there's something, but you see, there's some things that you just keep, like, you just forget and just move on.
Do you know, I believe if this had happened maybe in the US or in the UK, it wouldn't have been an issue. And maybe he would not have responded. But this happened in Ghana. And you know how not everyone, but the majority of people, see abortions and treat them. They get it. I feel that's also in a way I think that's also in a way made him want to respond, because he didn't want to be seen as either a deadbeat or an irresponsible person. You get it? Because like your whole Sarkodie, you impregnate someone and then you make them terminate it. It's like it's so unlike him. You get it? I feel that also made him want to put out, but the manner in which he did it was where I have the issue. Like like show some respect. She's no matter what, she's still a woman. You understand?
Yeah.
Even if she has attacked your character and your persona, you still have to show her some respect. And then, listen, let me just say this. For me, as I said earlier, it's probably because I have a very soft spot for women. That's just it. And mothers, and especially mothers, I respect mothers so much. And probably that's why I feel a certain way about it. Aside that maybe if it was any other person, if it was any other person, maybe I wouldn't have even bothered. But then because one, she's a mother and then she's a woman, that's why I feel this way about the whole issue. I feel the best thing he could have done, was to just ignore. Better he could have addressed it, but then in a more matured and then responsible way. Come on, you're a rapper. You understand? You're an artist.
We just even a tweet. We just even a tweet. Oh, maybe forgiveness.
You get
then all things go and just lie at their places. You see, guys, we told you this.
I was disappointed. Very
there's
disappointed.
a lot. It's a lot.
Disappointed.
And I'm sure you guys can also get a book
you see, and that's the thing.
Just read it yourself.
That's the thing. A lot of people just don't know how to keep secrets anymore. Listen, I don't know because some of the things he talked about in the in the song.
It was too much.
If I know about someone, you get it. I will never even things if I know about someone. I will never. You get it. It's so pathetic. Like, listen, there's an advice to everyone. Know the kind of person you mess with sexually, whatever. Just know the kind of person you deal with. You get
yes.
Yeah. And people should learn not to put their thing, almost to learn not to put certain things out there. Some things are meant to be kept till the grave.
Yes, kept in your brain.
Listen, I believe if Yvonne Nelson had not come to talk about her mother's infidelity, the woman would probably not have mentioned it to anyone.
Yes.
I'm sure no one even knows about this.
Yes.
You get it? I'm sure no one actually knew about it until the book was published. It's a sad thing, but it has already happened.
Yeah,
I think it should serve us as lesson. It should serve as lesson to people. If you decide to write a memoir, we understand it's a story about yourself, your life, what things you've been through and gone through, but then just learn to keep certain things out of it. You get it? Don't bring disgrace to your family, because that's what the book has done so far. And the disgrace isn't because of the Sarkodie issue. It's because of the things she wrote about her mother and the whole
Sarkodie's own two experts.
You get it? Listen, for me, honestly, even though I am very pro, I'm very pro life, and you know this. I don't think that weighs as much as the paternity issue. Because as it stands now, she still doesn't know her father.
So she should just keep the lally. There are some things that you will never know,
and
there are some things you will never know. She just
if the mother, if the mother was dead, it would have been a different story. but then the mother is alive.
The mother is
You
alive, and the
see,
mother does not want
that's
to
what
say it.
even
So she should just keep
exactly.
it like, okay,
Exactly.
I have a father somewhere. Like, she should just be like, okay, I have a father somewhere. He's gone away or something. I knew this man was my father. He wasn't my father. Now, okay, I know the truth. It's my mother. It's my mother who want to tell me, and right now she's not telling me. So I'll just keep it to myself. And I don't know, maybe something miracle will happen or somewhere. But I just keep like, she shouldn't. For me, if I was maybe closer, I'll just tell her, Easy, you are not the only person still in this world searching for their real fathers. There are a lot of people who are searching for their real fathers. There are a lot of people who have been, maybe, let me say, have this same senior, this same thing about their life, but they are still moving on. She should just move on. You just move on. And maybe if she'll give us a next memoir, it should just be juicy, but it shouldn't bring about like things about his father and everything. Because for me, I know a next memoir will come out. So that like, next memoir will come out. Yeah.
maybe that's where what I'm trying to think of what she would write about this time, or who she would write about this time.
Because this one, because from the next one, I'm sure it will be about the industry. Because even in the book, do you know, even in the book, she was writing about when she went to Nigeria, there were some kind of actresses who were kind of lesbians and everything, people doing drugs and all that. And because of the father thing, it has just covered, it's not called this abortion thing, it has just covered everything in the book. So for me, I think yesterday,
Exactly.
so I think yesterday when I was watching, yesterday at midnight, when I was watching that UTV program, United Showbiz, and I think one of the panelists mentioned about it, and I had to just go check the PDF, then read that part, and I'm like, okay, so all these are in the book. Oh, then she has a lot to write in the next memoir, if maybe she'll write it.
Listen, these things have happened. It's a story about her life. Some of the things she should not have put. She should not have put in the book. She should have just kept them to herself and the family, just for just for the respect, for the respect, for her mother and the family she comes from. So she should have kept some of these things out of the book. That's it has already happened. She has put in, she has written about it. It's out there now. We it's now. Listen, this is not like it's like it's public. It's public knowledge. Everyone knows about it now. So that's just it.
Yes.
It's sad. Listen, this generation, Ankasa, we are some way. We need to, because where I grew up. I'm not old. I'm quite young. You get it. But then I grew up in a bus, and if you grew up in a bus, one thing I'm certain you will learn is how to keep secrets. Because in the bus you see things.
Yeah.
Like you see things happen in the bus. So you see lots of things. And in the bus, boys talk, you get it. Like when we meet, we discuss things. So when we discuss certain things and and they later hear it from somewhere else, they because they know the people around when we're discussing it, some way, somehow they'll find out it came from you. And when that happens, next time when you're around, there's certain things that won't be discussed. You get it? So that's actually one thing you will learn in the bus, keeping secrets. You get it? And for me, that's one thing I feel is missing. Now people sorry, people can't keep their mouth shut. they see something and their mouth starts leaking. He gets it.
You see, the government say something, say something. So the lady, how can they keep quiet? They can't keep quiet. I bet they can't keep quiet. They see something, say something. When you hear something, say something. So let me say, for the actual person, he likes talk. He can't keep quiet. So I think for now, you just have to just keep everything to yourself. If you don't keep it to yourself, if you want to talk to someone, just talk to your dog or your cat. But for that one, I know no one will hear about it. Only if maybe your family people come into the cat. That's where maybe they can hear. So I wanted us to talk about the Davido Father of Nations thing with the baby mamas and everything. I think our time is too far gone. Okay, wait. Let's just.
We have to push it somewhere.
Okay, but let's just take 5 minutes and just bash it off.
Let's use the next 5 minutes to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why can't some guys? For me, I'm a guy, but why can't some people just wrap it up? They have to wrap it. Seriously. Davido, how can you just...
So, listen, so far, all the arguments I have heard, the opinions I have read on social media are all focused on Davido. People are asking why he has no discretion. Listen, let's look at it from this angle. Most of these women know he has a lady. Most of them know he has children. Yet they still gravitate towards him. Listen, I am certain that most of these women, he doesn't even approach them. You know how women are around rich guys?
Yeah.
And not even just rich guys, but then public figures, celebrities, superstars. Davido is he's a global superstar.
And you get it. Global superstar doesn't mean that you should just release your seed into any country. No. And
it's not, listen, I don't think it's about him releasing his seeds.
Wait,
listen, and that's what I'm saying.
You can't tell me that he has sex with the girl wearing a condom. No, he didn't.
So that's the thing. We won't know. We won't know if
the girl is telling us. The girl is just spilling the beans. And even today, from what I was hearing on radio, another person too has just popped up. And I'm like, oh, seriously.
And no, so now my issue is, so what do they want?
They just, for me, I think they just want...
No, and the funny thing is, no one is really asking this question. What do you want?
No one will ask you, because for us to be like...
These people just want... Ask. Listen, you see, and that's my problem. Now people are even tagging them as victims. And before God and man, we know these people are not victims. Because most of these people, even before sleeping with him, knew the man had a wife and had children.
They don't care. They don't care.
You guys, they knew. They knew.
But they don't
so
care.
Now now you are... So, wait, now you are coming out, telling us you had an affair with him.
She's pregnant.
You got pregnant and what? Listen, I know. So I have. For the one pregnant, I have no issue with her. For her, she is pregnant. Fine. My issue with my issue is with the ones who are coming out that they got pregnant for him and aborted and aborted the children. What should we do now? What do you want us to do?
Maybe
you've already aborted the child. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for 2 minutes of your 2 minutes of fame?
Yes, they want it.
That's what I mean. This whole video thing, I'm not even following because I find it really annoying. Like, it's really annoying. Yes, you slept with the guy. You knew.
It's very funny to me.
You knew the guy had a wife. You knew the guy had a wife. you knew there was no way he was going to commit to you. Listen, these people can't. There's no way they can tell me that they thought he was in. They thought he was coming to live with them, settle down, have a solid, serious affair with them. Like, be serious. You knew that thing was going to be. It was just a fling. You get it. Get something you two were enjoying yourself, and for most of the women, they for them it's the fact that they were having some sort of affair with a celebrity or a superstar was just enough for them.
Yes, they love.
You get it. Women naturally are drawn to successful people. You get it. So even when they know there is no future, they still stick around.
Yes.
You get it. Just because the person, has some sort of some sort of weight. The person, has some gravitas. You get it. But Charlie, they should let us rest. They should let us rest.
They can't
really.
let us.
They should just let
For
us
me,
rest.
like this, they can't let me rest.
For me, I'm not in support of what the guy is doing. For a married man, you shouldn't be going around sleeping with anything. One of the ladies I saw, the one that shared the backstage what like, come on, look at that girl. Come on, listen, no disrespect to her, but I'm just saying that's come on. For someone like Davido, the kind of wife you have, you shouldn't be mingling with someone like that. Come on. Me put that I don't have any status. I've messed with way prettier women, than that lady. Like, come on. It's scared. Listen, before God and man, the women I have messed with in my life. Yo. And that's what I mean when I see, that's when I go on Twitter and I see these guys like acting all weird around some of these ladies. So I'm like, relax. I understand if you can't bag fine women, but come on. The video shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't be doing that. You should have some self-respect. You shouldn't be sleeping with just anything.
And you see, the reply from Chioma is what I was like, what the hell? What? Like, she was like, she knows who she got married to. And I'm like, okay, so that means that maybe you are giving the side chick, the OnlyFans chick, like the avenue for them to like chase your husband. And you see, there's something about
no. I think, Kate, it's far from that. She's actually right. Listen, when you marry a celebrity or a public figure, you should listen. You can't act dumb and say, because you know, and women themselves, women know themselves. They know how they are species. They know how other women throw themselves. They throw themselves on these men. You get it? So really, and that's the thing. For me, my only issue is the fact that he's impregnating these women. Aside that, because if you go and you offer yourself on a silver platter just because he's a celebrity and he smashes you, and then you come on social media telling us how you had an affair with him, like, who really cares? Were we there when you were having an affair with him, knowing very well that he has a wife?
But for some of us, we care.
They should rest.
About the juicy stories or that. I was just, for me, what I like is that.
I think, and that's the thing. That's the question we need to be asking. Are they trying to tell us that they didn't know the guy had a wife or what?
Oh, they knew. They knew.
Now, after enjoying, you are here coming to tell us what?
You are coming to tell us what? So. Anyway, let's end the show. I think we've said whatever we wanted to say, and I think our listeners will love it. Yeah, I think they will love it. And And for you people and for our listeners, any of you who has not got the copy, please go and download it. Maybe any book site that Amazon is on there. I am not Yvonne Nelson. Then you just also read. Get a chilled Coke, some biscuit. Then you read. For me, that's what I do when reading. So you just read, you just take it in, and you just love the masterful piece that she's written. And you should also know that there are a lot of things you should keep as a secret. Just like Davido's new baby's mama, that she's pregnant for him. The girl should have just kept it secret. I'm sure maybe she has told Davido and maybe she doesn't know what maybe Davido will do. So she should have just so patient he and always know how to keep your mouth shut on some things. That's all me. I'll just say. So Delali close us. Because I think
Listen, I think the lady knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing, and what she hoped to achieve is what has happened.
we are talking about it.
I don't even know. I didn't even know her until she came out to say that she's pregnant for the video. You get it? And of course, you know how they say negative news sells.
Yes.
Listen, people are always looking for negative news about certain people, especially public figures, because for some people they don't know why these people have the fame they have. You get it? I think it's some sort of envy. You get it? So she knew she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. And listen, this is a warning to them.
Hey,
these guys, and then later turn around and because we don't care. You get it? We don't care. We don't really listen. You see when the lady who came out to say that she was having an affair with President Kufuor and whatnot. I didn't listen. I was like, we don't care. I don't care.
For her, she has just vanished out. She has just vanished.
You see, if you want to sleep with a married man, who cares? That's your business. You get it? After sleeping with them, keep it to yourself. Why are you coming to tell us? Making a video, dropping what? No, we don't care. You get? We don't care. They should let us rest. And that's the thing. People don't know how to keep secrets. People should learn how to keep secrets. Because some of these things, they need not come out. You get it? People learn how to keep secrets. Learn how to keep secrets. The man is probably at home trying to enjoy his peace with the wife, and all of a sudden the side chick is all over the internet talking about how now she's pregnant and what kind of life is that?
Oh, what kind of life is that? What kind of life is that? Then he should have also keep it in his pants. So, with all that said,
listen, he can't keep it in his pants.
Hey,
it's obvious now. He can't keep it in his pants.
A Twitter, I thought
it's obvious now.
Very soon, the video will have all the nationalities in the world. Very funny, very funny. But I think you see, I don't want to say maybe he can't keep it, but for me, I think sometimes with the son's death and everything, you see, it gets to a time when you are in like your lowest, like your kind of miserable state. That like whatever comes to your mind, you want to do it. But I think maybe that time with this OnlyFans side chick, like baby mama, I think he was in that stage. Yeah, and maybe he regretted it, like how Yvonne Nelson is also regretting about her own stuff. So we'll just leave it to them. And you guys can just follow the news and stories on Twitter. You just Twitter is just trending and just people are just commenting about this. But as we are just giving you the breakdown and the opinions on it. Yeah. So Delali, we can end, right?
Yeah. We can end now.
So we've done 1 hour, 3 minutes. So we thank you for listening and not stopping. And as always, we love you. We appreciate you for listening. And continue to follow us on Twitter at Melon Sugar _pod, and on Facebook, Melon Sugar Podcast. Anywhere we are on Reddit, anywhere, YouTube, can just click on it, subscribe, and just tune it. You can do whatever you want and just send your maybe your messages, or maybe if you're on Spotify, you can just add your opinion, and I'll just maybe the next episode I'll just read it out to you and everything. So from our side here to your side around the world, everywhere, stay safe. And last but let's not forget, you guys should support our podcast. With you listening to me now, just click on the description. Just click on the link in the description below. The support the podcast, Ko-Fi, / Melon Sugar. Just click on it and just support the channel with any amount that you want, because we are just here for you. And very soon, I think we will just, for now, I think that we just upload it every 2 weeks every 2 weeks, or sometimes you can just go for a month. But very soon, we'll just make sure we just keep our schedule flexible and just bring you the news like how we do it. So see you guys same time for another episode, maybe next week. Yeah. So Delali, let's give them a bye. I'm feeling so lazy. So I think Delali is is off now. I think we are actually recording remotely, so I think it's off now. So let me just give the bye. See you guys same time next week.